Yo, today I'm going to teach you guys how to remove lag and how to get a much smoother experience when you're playing Rocket League. If you're experiencing anything like heavy car bug, or that your car feels heavy, or that is laggy on your device. So the thing is that I'm using a cheap computer and a cheap console. So these settings that I'm going to teach you today, they are settings that is like most likely gonna work for you, because I think a lot of you guys are using computers or consoles that are much better than mine. So since these settings are working on a shitty computer and a shitty console, it's definitely gonna work on a decent or a good console or a computer. So when it comes to the quality and stuff like that, that's what we want to talk about, the video settings. The important thing to mention here is that there's a lot of YouTubers who are like showing you guys the best video settings and stuff like that. But what they are actually showing you is the best video settings for your eyes, not for your gameplay. And you also have to understand that a lot of these YouTubers, they are huge, they are big, they are rich. When you are rich, you having devices and equipment that are way more expensive. And when something is more expensive, it's going to be able to handle high quality. But if you're like me playing on stuff that is not that expensive, your device may not be able to handle high quality. So the important rule here is that high quality means also high lag. Low quality means lower lag. And that's what we're going to look at. So you go to your Rocket League and go into your video settings. And first, this is for computer. Just copy everything here into your computer. And the only thing you can change if you're not satisfied is the resolution and the frames per second. So when I'm playing the game, there is like I can see the pixels and stuff like that. So it's not the best quality, but I'm fine with that because when I'm playing, I'm the best version of myself. Like I can see the ball traveling the fastest and the way possible. Like there is no lag, there is no delay, and the same goes for whenever I'm jumping or flipping, everything is happening immediately. But if I were changing my resolution and frames per second to increase the quality, then it will also increase the lag, which may lead to my gameplay being very laggy. So whenever I'm jumping, it's going to be like a delay. Whenever someone hits the ball, it's going to be a delay before I can see what happened to the ball. So yeah, this is for computer and this is for console. You do the same, go to video settings and just change the settings so it looks like this. And the default settings here might be that when it comes to the HDR is that they might be on the middle. Just lower all of them. The reason why is that HDR is increasing the quality. So the higher HDR you have, the more quality you have. And again, the more quality you have, the more lag you have. So I'm playing currently on my PlayStation 4 and I'm using the settings, and I tried this on my friend who had like a PlayStation 5, and it did actually affect him also. Like it was so much better to play without HDR. There were like no lag. When you're having HDR, there is tiny lag. If you're on PlayStation 5, if you are on PlayStation 4, there is a little bit more lag, and you can't see it so much, but there is like a milliseconds, and those milliseconds they are a really game changer. And these settings right now is like for both console and PlayStation. It doesn't matter. Just press your camera settings, and what these settings does is that it will make your car feel so much faster and smoother. And the settings you want to focus on is the stiffness. All the other settings doesn't matter so much, but the stiffness, turn it all the way down to 0. if you increase it, which will be like 1.00, your car is gonna feel really stiff, like like it feels like you're driving like on 90 degrees all over the place. But when you decrease your stiffness and you turn around and stuff, it's gonna feel like you have a much faster adjustment and angle to like drive. And when you press the camera and turn down your stiffness, you want to go to your controls and make sure that your control dead zone is low. Mine is 0.05. I recommend that. That's what like the average pro player is using. And what this does is the same as the stiffness. Like if you increases this, you will feel like you're driving 90 degrees all over the places. Whenever you're turning, it feels like you're turning 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, and then you finally turn around. So the lower dead zone you have, when you're turning, it's going to be much tinier and simpler. The higher dead zone you have, if you're turning your car, it's going to take a wider turn. And when you have a wider turn, like a higher dead zone, the disadvantage comes when it comes to like angling a perfect shot, or when it comes to like saving something that is really next to you and you have to do like quick adjustment. So the lower dead zone you have and stiffness, it's so much easier to save stuff. And the other thing here is disable your vibration. Your vibration is messing up your controller without you knowing. So disable that. It's gonna feel weird at the start, but you're gonna get used to it. If you also want like to be much faster when you're playing the game, just increase your sensitivity, steering and aerial. I have mine up to 5. I know it's not necessary to do it, but I want to be like the fastest I can be. I want to turn around the fastest I can turn around and do small adjustments the fastest I can do that is possible, and that's why I have increased mine to 5. I will probably try to increase it over the months. And yeah, these settings that I told you right now, like I said, it's gonna go on cost of your quality, but it's gonna increase your gameplay. You're gonna be the best version of yourself when you're playing. And when it comes to like sensitivity and stuff, you're not gonna be used to it at the first, but just play the game and your your memory is gonna understand it. You're gonna be a much better player, trust me.